Alright, that took a bit longer than I would have liked. I apologize for that. We're gonna resume shortly. We need to put that up. Thanks, Gazul. Hope everyone is doing fine on this fine evening or day or morning or whatever it is. Let me just check here in the dash. Something happening. Nothing much. Good. Alrighty. Let's go back to monitor capture and resume from where we left off.
Well?
Yeah, the skeletons will have to always use silent spells. Pretty much accurate, yeah. I don't know exactly how skeleton mages would work in this game, but somehow they do. At any rate, we can go to the keep study from here, I guess. But isn't there a way to access? I think that will take me directly to the baddie. We could cut it short, but where is the point of that? No, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna first rest. Decide our... what is a vessel again? Is vessel... I think vessel is humans and stuff. 1 second. What is vessel? Can I search someplace? No? Not quite sure what a vessel is, but I think they're humans. Combat mechanics, deities, locations, lore, tips. Just the tip? Just the tip? No? Screw it. We're not gonna go for the bonus accuracy, I guess. Damage reduction is fine. Damage reduction can be changed into move speed, actually, because she's gonna sneak ahead. Heal multiplier is fine. Damage reduction. Heal multiplier, that's fine. Alright, let's rest. Now, where should we go? I believe there is a door here, yes. Which I think this actually leads to another room. So I absolutely missed the exploration of this here section. Thank you, Bacon Double Cheeseburger XL. Should I call you something else, actually? Is there a proper name that I should use? Should I just say bacon? Should I say double? Should I say cheese? Should I say burger? Should I say bacon double? Should I say cheeseburger? You get the gist of it. If you have any preferred way for me to call you, just tell me. If I'm mispronouncing your name, just tell me. I wouldn't like to sound like an idiot. Bacon. It is. Bacon it is. Alright. God damn it, I love those emotes. I forget who it is. What is it again? Admiral Baru or something like that? Was that the streamer? Was that the streamer? Admiral Baru. Yeah, that's it. Seems like I know my shit. I don't think I follow him or her, though. I'm ashamed to say. Call me Mr. Fantastic Von Awesome, the 52nd Esquire. Either way, your name sounds fucking delicious. Yeah, the name definitely sounds delicious. Granted, I just ate some risotto with beef and some green beans and an Italian dressed salad with some dill, dry dill on top. Delicious stuff. I probably should not sneak around with Adair in the front. I should actually let Venchan go. Oy, that was a bit too fast. It's fine. This is fine. Run! Okay. We got him. It's just a guard. Ow. I should actually give a follow to Admiral Baru. I don't think I follow them.
And not be seen.
Hello. So yeah, now we're killing proper guards of Lord Redrick himself. We're being big meanies because we're killing people that probably didn't do anything bad necessarily. Yeah, you see here, the guy's flanked because he's getting damage from multiple sources and locations. And in that case, I get bonus damage with my character for flanking.
Quickly,
So that's not bad.
quietly.
Okay. Sellsword. Okay, that's a lot of people there. Let's be careful about this. Let's be doubly sure of our tactics here. You go ahead. You enrage. Ivan? Ivan?
Well,
You do you. You do your thing. You point your finger, you do the book thing, Van Chan. You attack the priest of Baron. Holies. And then cast that on top of it there. Sounds delicious. You focus on this duder. There we go. That's good. Ivan, particularly punch this guy, please. I love this so much. It's such a cheesy ability. It just like goes flying around the place. Delicious. Delicious. Alrighty. Some stealing to be done? I don't give a crap. I'm stealing from dead people. Does that define as stealing? Technically speaking? Is that stealing from dead people? Yeah, maybe going into those kinds of semantics is best left untouched because, honestly, I believe Radric is here, so let's go upstairs first. I believe that's where we get to the priest. We want to discuss things with the priest. Point the finger, do the book thing, and punch them. Exactly, that's the strat, you know? You point the finger, you tell them, for shame! Aloth, you do the book incantation thing, which makes the bolt of light come out of the book. And Ivan, you do what you do best. Punching things. Wait, what? What has happened? I found some Berithian robes. They may help me blend in with the priests on this floor.
well,
I never actually thought of that. Do I have enough of them? Is the question. Oh my god! Yes, I do. Alright, we're gonna try to sneak in the Berathian way. As heretical as that might sound. We'll see how that works. Yes, yes, Ivan will get a cloak. Oh my god, look at that friggin' chest! I should actually keep this for Ivan. Ivan looks good in that. Kind of. The rest of you look all horrible with this. My god, it's showing up some man cleavage. You know what I'm saying? Okay, now, I assume that I don't need to sneak for this part. I assume that I'm blending in just fine now. Good day. Good day. Oh, that's me. Did I get a musketeer hat? Oh, it is a duelist hat. We could give it to him. Horrible. Absolutely horrible. Give it to him instead. Is this guy bald? No, it just makes him look bald if he puts a hat on. That makes no sense, but it works out. The robes seem to have decent stats. Actually, yes, it's 2 damage reduction for only minus 5% speed recovery. That's not bad, and you can also enchant them.
what is it?
I think Ivan might as well keep that. I think nothing bad can come off that. Yeah, I'm just able to sneak past them without knowing, without them knowing who I am. That's pretty sweet. That's pretty sweet. Euthasian prayer, some notes called nope. I got your gift. I can't believe someone actually wrote down that kind of thing on parchment. I left something for you in the chapel. Careful not to go digging into the wrong skull again. Excuse me. Just take the lore. Just take all the lore. We're gonna read it eventually. Hello? Yes. Perfect. Yeah,
No time.
the robes definitely
I'll
do
have to
look
no
like...
time.
Okay, you... Wait.
The work of a moment.
Okay. Did I just use 3 lockpicks? Whoops. It's fine. This is fine. I pressed space there and all of a sudden it just happened. I just slipped my finger on the space key. I did not assume.
I'll have it in no time.
Please do.
The work of a moment.
It's interesting that they just let me unlock doors like no one's business. I'm like, yeah, you're fine. Just go through. The frail old priest is hunched over a table surrounded by scattered scrolls and parchment. examining their content with the aid of a thick monocle. He glances up as you approach, blinking rheumy eyes. Love the typical RPG thing going on here. Everyone has weapons readied. Yeah, it's like, yeah, we're priests. Sure, don't mind the fact that I'm having a giant shield and a saber. And don't mind me with my arquebus here. Totally priests. We're totally, like, totally unsuspicious people. More visitors, then. You're not the ones of the acolytes. Or the guards, for that matter. Her voice is dry, quite rasp. Oh, rasp. Which makes you an intruder, at least. Okay, no, let's not go with that. Coles put you up to this, I suppose. Yes, that would be him, sending young men to dash themselves against the keep's defenses. Would that my ceremonies could draw such fervor. Still, you're here. What is it you want? Yeah, and you can lock doors and loot as you wish because you have the right robes on. Yeah, no one gives a fuck. Like, oh, you have the robes on. You're just showing off your manly man chest and chest hair. It's fine. You can just take everything from these rooms. Oh, this is my ceremonial dagger. It has been given to me by my family. It has been handed to me by my dad and his father's father before him and his father before him. Yeah, you can have it. Just take it. Just take it. I don't care, man. I don't care. It's yours, man. You have the robes. Jacko is safe. He asked me to tell you about the carving you gave him. Nedmar's eyes widen. With sudden vigor, he rushes forward to grasp your arm. Oh, thanks the gods. Thank you. I did not think anyone could. That is, I feared. He shakes his head. I did not want him to meet the pale knight so soon. Nedmar pulls away, collecting himself. Here, perhaps this will serve as a reward. He pulls a large iron key from the pocket of his robe and hands it to you. This will open a door into the scriptorium. He points west. And from there you can reach the chapel and Lord Raderick without encountering quite so many guards. Take this too. I have little wealth to offer. Better to give something of use. I would entreat you before you go. Despite his shortcomings, Lord Raderick follows the gods with obedience, and he has Gilded Vale's best interest in mind, despite the fact that he is just killing everyone that says a wrong word. It may be that with time he can achieve what he desires. Please consider this before you turn to violence. I thought you'd favor Kolsch as the Lord of Raderick's hold. I favor him as he is, a man of vision, but Kolsch has a hunger in him for rule. Even if to good purpose, he is not led by his faith. Oh boy. Decisions. Still, he is my friend, and I am willing to assist Kolsch in restoring divine favor to the lands of Gilded Vale. Should Lord Raderick fall, that is. What does the key open? It is a master key. Nedmar wrings his hand as he speaks. It will not open every door, but it will permit you access to the stairs leading down into the Lord's chapel. It will also open the doors along the keep's main hall, but you will face heavy fighting if you go that way. You do not have much time. Whatever your intent, Lord Raderick will soon discover that one of his prisoners has escaped. And then you will lose the element of surprise. Aw. That's not great. I'm just gonna take stuff from your chest if you don't mind. Yeah. Fine robe. Fine with me, man. Maybe I'll give it to Ven if she wants a robe. We'll see. I'm also gonna take your scrolls. Not like you care about your lore and stuff. I don't care about your lore, man. He pointed to the west. Where did he point? Oh, it's the door we unlocked. Of course it is. Duh. Whoops. Hold, brother. Pardon my interruptions, but I don't seem to recall seeing you before. I've only recently taken my vows. The paladin grunts. And who is this with you? Raderick's new mercenaries. I was told to show them to their posts. I see. Then be about your business. Satisfied, the paladin turns away to walk. I can't believe that worked! Whoops. Wait, what? We were once fortunate to get away with that once. I doubt we can count on such luck again. Yeah, probably you're right. Let's just go downstairs here and see where we get to. Actually, there was a rare bug when the game was released in this game, which would break the whole area, and you could not re-access it if you exited it once. And I was actually stuck on the roof of the keep. I could not actually move my main character away. So now I am straight up in the area where you fight Lord Redrick, so I'm gonna put my standard armor back on. I think that's what we should do. Why is no one having this minor cloak of protection? Van? There we go. You keep that. You put that armor on, you're much better off with it. You can keep that armor on, honestly. You can put your own cloak back on, because it gives you pretty big damage reduction and constitution bonus, even. Aloth, you absolutely put your armor on. And Van, well, now we can decide. We could go with the light robe. It looks very ugly. This looks fashion. This looks super fashion. I like this. We're gonna keep it for now until Van decides what to do. Once she's around. Okay, let's go to the big fight, you know? The big fight. If we intend to fight Lord Redrick, that is. Which we probably will. Probably should position my teammates accordingly.
Yes?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Hey.
Alright. Here goes nothing. Quick save complete. King save complete. Complete. Fashion strats. Yeah, fashion is the most important thing ever.
What is it?
Okay, it would seem that I can get my guys
Hi.
closer in a totally non-suspicious way. Let him approach! Flanked by a host of guards, all of whom regard you with mute hostility, Lord Redrick VII observes you from his throne, clad in ornate plate. His eyes have a hollow quality, and there is a pallor to the man's gaunt face that leaves his features showing stark against his dark and unkempt hair. There is a dagger discarded upon one stone arm of the throne. A thin crimson rivulet worms its way down from the blade and past Redrick's fingers, even as he leans forward to regard you with a piercing gaze. I thought he'd be better looking, even with all the inbreeding. Though his face is calm, you notice a bare hand straying towards his weapon, as though with a mind of its own. Is this game's audio even on? Come to think of it, I don't hear the game. I thought that Redrick would... I'm pretty sure Redrick... Hello? No, the game's audio is on. I guess he doesn't have this line voiced. It seems that I have to thank you for the chaos spreading through my keep. I expected some invading army.
It is unlike Kolsch to hire mercenaries, or foreigners for that matter. And you are not one of mine, so I cannot accuse you of treason.
Perhaps he ought to have considered such tactics sooner. You've made short work of my guards. Honestly, I killed like 3 people and a lot of zombies. They were good and loyal servants, loyal to my coin, if not to me. They deserved a better fate than you gave them.
What has my cousin promised you? Some grand reward? If he had any resources to his name, he would not covet mine. And if he had any honor in him, he would not have tried this here, now, when I have lost so much.
No, it appears that the game audio is on. It was just a very quiet moment of the game there. It's like there wasn't any music going on. The audio of the game was very quiet. But is actually the audio of the game playing? Have you heard Redrick speak right now? He had some voiced lines. I'm not sure. I mean, I can probably see from the desktop audio bar in my OBS. I guess I'll figure out as soon as I reply to him. Cole, she's your cousin?
Oh yes, we are kin, he and I. He was raised within these walls, in fact, privy to all the privileges our family had to offer. But a greedy man always hungers after more than he receives, however bountiful. I was eldest, heir to the stewardship of our lands, and he was not.
Oh, beautiful. The legacy brought chaos with it, panic and despair. Kolsch took advantage of that chaos, creating division in our ranks, luring loyal men and women to his cause. Good men, good women. Redrick's gaze goes distant for a moment, and then he glances at you, and his lip curls. He fled the keep in time to hole up in the wilds beyond the village, to play at being a commoner and court favor with the people. And while he plays at conqueror, the Vale suffers, families, traders, all. I do not have enough men to guard the roads and defend us from Kolsch incursions both. My attention suffers, and so my governance, my family. Redrick breathed. Incurred. Oh, good. Fantastic. Thanks. Redrick breathes out through his nose. Nor can I make the effort necessary to bring about an end to this curse if we are beset at all hours by his traitorous plots. If I need to actually lift the volume of the game or something, or lower it, just tell me to. What happened there with your dagger?
A just sentence.
Cute. Hygrid knew. She hid the verses from me, the tokens. She knew what I would make of them. The scattered god poisoned her against me, made her deaf to my instruction. Only when our son was born, that hollow thing, that monster, then we both knew what her crimes had wrought. Redrick turns a baleful look upon you, jaw working, face flushed and spotty with emotion. It could not stand. He brings up a hand suddenly towards his temple, obscuring his face. What does Kolsch know of sacrifice? He would indulge himself, let us succumb one by one, suffer Beruff's punishment, until the final soul goes to its keeping, never to return, and Gilded Vale is but a barren land. You murdered your own wife? Your child? I carried out the sentence. Would you have me give her to an executioner? In the Derwood we see to our own justice. Redrick sits back in his throne, his knuckles white upon the armrest. And that thing, that silent aberration, that was not alive to kill. His dark eyes narrow. Keep your recrimination, trespasser. I have done my duty. Gilded Vale has suffered under your rule. It deserves a better leader. Redrick makes a low huffing noise of disbelief. And you think Kolsch is that leader? What does he understand of what it means to be Thane? He has gathered a meager assembly of illiterate farmers and scavengers to himself, and sends these suicidal actions against my guards.
You are a pawn in Kolsch's designs, and he has kept his motivations from you for a reason. I wonder if you understand what it is you do, or what you might accomplish if you were better informed. You have proven your competence in your way, and had I such an ally, we might together put an end to Gilded Vale's woes, lift the curse once and for all, and in doing so, return us to a life where such strict measures are not necessary.
Well, I mean, that's the problem I have always with Obsidian games, and that is choosing. It's not a problem as in the games are shitty or something. No. It's far from it. Choices, man, they are painful, difficult. The thing is, how can a villain as dickish as him that hangs people for saying something wrong, just saying something wrong, kills his wife for giving birth to a child, a soulless child, when she was not even at fault? How can a man like this also be so fucking right? He has a point. He is a politician. Kolsch is nothing. He is basically like someone that is he's basically a terrorist at this stage of the game, honestly, from our perspective anyway. But at the same time, Kolsch cares somewhat for the people, or rather, it's not that he cares for the people, he cares for himself. But in caring for himself, he wouldn't punish the people as harshly as he does. You know, I don't think the Hollowborn curse is something that you should punish the people for. Yes, the children are born without a soul, but you should actually be using a bit of your mind instead of your faith to figure out what is happening. I doubt that it's the punishment of Barath or of Eothas or anything, right? From our perspective or role playing, outside of the fact that I know exactly what is causing the Hollowborn to happen, right? I know exactly because I replayed this game a couple of times now. But from our perspective, we come into a nation, we see that the children are born without a soul and being experimented upon. And you start thinking a bit, right? Like, is truly worshipping gods that are not answering to your calls the right way to solve this issue? I don't think so. So yes, you are right in a sense. Yes, you would be probably taking care of better of your people if the curse was lifted, but what the fuck? Hello, Ivan. Welcome to my stream, sweetie pie. How are you doing tonight? You're still in the party. So. What so? What is so? What is so? At any rate, let me think here a bit. From our perspective, we enter a nation. Children are going soulless. They're hollow. Quite literally. Did I exterminate all evil yet? No, but you did get killed once by a troll. But that is besides the point, really. You're still doing good, and you have a new ability that basically kicks things away very, very far. And I'm gonna use it in this combat, because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna fight this guy. I mean, I'm guaranteed to fight him. But I'm just trying to put a bit of perspective into my role-playing right now. I don't want to metagame this and say, yeah, I think we're getting better rewards if we just kill the Lord or something. No, I don't want to metagame right now. Metagaming-wise, I would always kill Redrick. But now I'm trying to put a reason behind. You have the most immaculate punches. Of course I do. Yeah, he does have the most immaculate punch. He is a man of punches, not of words. So from a role-playing perspective, I'm trying to find a reason why I would like Kolsch instead of Redrick. It is pretty clear that what Redrick says is true. Kolsch is sending his men, not himself personally, to the arms of the enemy to be slain. So yes, this is basically acts of terrorism. You're weakening the guard of the region, of the duchy or whatever it is. You're weakening the guard there, so you're letting bandits roam freely, destroying your trade, destroying your farmlands, destroying your crops, you know? So basically, yes, he wants the throne for himself, but he's doing so in a terroristic way. And Redrick has a point in that. Absolutely, I agree with that. But at the same time, Redrick has killed his wife just because he thinks that that is the just punishment for giving birth to someone that is soulless. I had an idea, by the way. Send me at the back line ranged enemies. I've got pretty decent DPS, and if I get wounded, I can pretty much one-shot squishy targets, right? That is indeed, in a theoretically speaking, that is right, and that is exactly what I'm doing. I'm sending my tank to basically take off all the frontal damage, and then I'm sending the flankers to move the rear lines, you know? So basically my character and you, Ivan, you're going to be going in the back. This is gonna be interesting. Yeah, it's pretty interesting, particularly from a role-playing perspective. I mean, from a role-playing perspective, I'm a hunter. I'm a hunter from a savanna land. I'm a pretty tiny hunter, right? And I clearly have seen machinery being operated to cause the Beawigs, and Beawigs are known to reap the land of souls. So we know, in fact, that it's not in theory a god that is making this happen, in theory, but it's actually a machine from a cult. We survived it, we have seen it with our own eyes. So clearly the proof that he's telling us, you know, Eothas is punishing us. If we give ourselves to Barath, we will just be all saved, you know? It's not working. This theory is not working. It's simply not working because we know it's not true. We know, even if we don't have information on who operated the machine, on who built the machine, we don't know that. Now let's hear what happened with to Gilded Vale. The legacy, Redrick brass. Shortly after the death of the scattered god, Waidwen's legacy fell upon our lands. which could be a coincidence if you thought of that. And despair came with it. How could it not, when the curse took our children, our hope from us? So he does regard the children as hope, you know, the future. I know that Berath would not allow such cruelties, and there is faith interfering with sense. Not unless we had lost some favor. Some in the village cling yet to a false faith, worshipping a dead god. They revere him in secret, even knowing what it brings upon us. How do you know that? Where is the proof of that? Because it happened roughly at the same time? My own wife, she continued her heresies against my wishes, and when our child was born, we saw then that no sin remains unrevealed. His jaw works. No man is free from Berath's judgment, no woman. So he's saying that the Hollowborn is not a curse because of the dead god, but it's actually the punishment of Berath upon those that worship it. Rhetoric looks at the dagger resting on the throne. I will do what I must to ensure that we do not stray again from the path. But it has taken time to root out the last of these cultists within our village. Time Coles used to gather his forces. So he said lies upon lies upon lies, and now he's giving me an actual valid point here. Now, honestly, I really cannot. I cannot see myself allying myself with rhetoric unless if I was literally a priest of Berath, which I'm not. If I had a character that was a priest of Berath, I maybe could listen to sense, because, you know, I'm a priest of Berath. I probably know what I'm doing. I probably believe him, you know, because I believe in that god. But here, right now, I am basically faithless, and I am a watcher. I see souls. I see what is happening. And we can probably calculate 1 + 1 and assume that the machinery we saw is the one that took the souls, possibly from the kids. I'm gonna go with the lawful stupid 3. Your people deserve justice. This ends here.
So be it. May the twinned god take pity upon your splintered soul and scatter it to the winds.
Okay, so we are in 6 against 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Priest, point your finger. Then, what is the range of your attack? Do we see the range of the attack? Ah, there it is. She can hit the bodyguard here, but we probably want to take care of this champion of Berath with Ivan. You focus on this guy. And you will use some strong spells immediately, probably. Let's still first see them all rile up together. We could attack this favorite of... There are 2 archmages and a priest. Okay. Righty. Alrighty. This is fine. Okay. This is absolutely fine. Okay, Ivan, do your thing. Punch this guy very far. Then continue your onslaught. Destroy them all. Aloth, try to sneak in some good spells. Okay, okay. Durance, area of effect heal. Aloth, cone. Cone them. Cone them. Cone them. Okay, he got punched. Now punch this guy. You're getting healed anyway. Ven is still attacking the champion of Berath. Ven should not be attacking the full armored guys. Ven should attack this archmage right now, so she can build focus faster. I should probably frenzy, but I think this actually gives me minus deflection, so I would become squishier. Okay, the area of effect heal has been cast. And cast Consecrated Grounds, which is again a pulsing area of effect heal. Hello from the pleb station. Hey Matthew, you all set it up? How's it looking? Is it good? Well, of course it's good. I mean, it's still a PlayStation 4. It's still some powerful piece of hardware after all. It's just not for me right now. Okay, he punched both of these champions away. He can now... Ivan has basically clear grounds to run and start punching Archmages. Torment's Reach on the Archmage. Good, good. You continuously cast hit this guy. Okay, Ivan, please don't die. Get closer to Ivan. Okay. Okay. Heal Ivan and Adair. Adair still should be having his... well, he still has second chance from the armor and still has second wind, so Adair is probably okay. Ven has 20 points, so we can start casting Mind Blades on the Archmage. We want to take care of these stupid goddamn priests as soon as possible. Priests and mages. Let's blind all of these people here. Okay, Adair, please don't die. There's a lot of things going on around here. One of which is... Okay, this Archmage and this Favored of Barath are almost dead. Ivan, focus on the Archmage, good. You're still getting healed by Durance. Durance? Put Armor of Faith on everyone possible. Can we put it on everyone at all? Yeah, we can cast it here and it's gonna cast it on everyone. Okay, Ivan is about to die here. Aloth can actually heal him a bit. Can you... Who are you getting attacked by, Ivan? I guess the archer is attacking you. Punch the bodyguard away. Okay, good. Now Ivan is down. Fuck. Where are the emotes on PlayStation? I don't know, man. Can you try to you don't see them at all? Like, not even the standard Twitch ones are not available? Because that would suck. Well, Ivan is down, that's unfortunate, but not the end of the world. Unfortunately, that's how it goes. Ven should focus on the nearly dead Favored of Barath. He's healing them. Armor of Faith is on. This gives us 10 damage percent and 5 accuracy. I think this would be a good idea right now. Adair is about to die, maybe trigger this. Okay, he's at full health again. This Archmage really needs to die. Okay, now Enrage. You can cast this on Adair. It should pretty much hit the rest of these people. And Adair still has second chance, so it should still be okay. Let's heal everyone on top of this. We're not gonna focus on that guy. We're gonna focus on the Favored of Barath here. Okay, the Favored of Barath is dead. Aloth took care of him. Now focus on the Archmage. You're still healing. Who are you attacking? The other Archmage? That's good. There is a bodyguard someplace down there. I don't even see it. Okay, you cast that. You could go with the ball, the roly-poly. It'll hit Adair though. Fetid Caress is... yeah, it's the stun. It's the stun. I don't want that. Keep on the flames, man. Flame them. Flame them on. Just keep on flaming them, baby. Okay, now Adair is on very low health, though. How are both Archmages still alive? I do not know. My guy's gonna die here. Okay, the Archmages are dead, actually. Paladin of Barath, Radric, Champion, and Archer are still left. I think we can do this. We could do Whisper of Treason on this Champion of Barath. If we charm him, that would actually help us considerably. Just cast Second Wind. We have no clue. We have no clue. Do you see that emote, Mephi? We have no clue how much health we have, so I'd say just cast it. I think you can hear him shout when he's below 50%. The barbarian shouts like, "Roar!" Right? Damage reduction, flanked frenzy for another 7 seconds. Well, now we should be at... Oh yeah, the champion of Bera has been successfully charmed. Sweet. Okay, let's focus on Radric now. Can you knock down Radric? It's a shame that Ivan... I think that the tactic about Ivan going into the rear lines was not very successful, unfortunately. Okay, you focus on this guy. Are they still blinded? Yes, for another couple of seconds. So I'm gonna reapply the blindness. So they hit like garbage. See now that he shouted that shout, I believe that means that he's at 50% health. Yeah, see? 48 health. Exactly what I thought. Okay, so that is basically my clue as to my current health positioning. What is this again? 23 to... Okay, it's pretty solid damage dealer. Cast it on this paladin. Yeah, well... I kinda don't want... No, actually don't cast that. Heal me instead. I need that health, man. I need that health. Adair is about to fall. Aloth, do you still have something? You still have a spell available. You could do that, but that would kill Adair. Book it. Book it! I still have the champion of Berat by my side, by the way. For another 0.3 seconds. That's not a lot, actually. Oh boy. Okay, Radric is dead. Radric is dead. Alright, we still got this. It's gonna be a close call, but we got this. Okay, now we need to take care of them systematically, one by one. If possible, if Adair survives, that would be grand. If not, I'm just gonna use Rolling Flame on the rest of them. I'm pretty sure they're all still blinded, yeah. Okay. Okay, Oldie. Now Barbs of Condemnation on that guy.
Just have to try something else.
Okay, let's see if we can kill him before Adair falls. Adair is down. That's not a big issue though. We're still at good health. I think we got this. I think we got this. Maybe. Yo, drink this potion, bruh. My little midget friend. Kill the bodyguard if possible. Nice! The critical to kill the bodyguard. Okay, we still have the archer, the champion, and we are in 4, but my guy is about to fall down. However, Van is still kicking it at full health, and my guy is down. Now we do the roly-polies. Okay, it was some damage. It was some damage. Not half bad. Yeah, now it's just hoping that... Oh god, the roly-poly is returning. Oh god, the roly-poly bounces off? Oh, that's new. And he's down. Okay. Aloth, you're tankier, actually. I just hope that you can do this, man. My man. This does 21 to 22. This does more damage. Yeah, do this on Aloth. Nice. Okay, quickly heal yourself. Nice. This is gonna be a very close call here. Everyone is down. Okay, I think we got them. I think we got them. This guy cannot stand a chance. Van versus this guy is basically the final fight. There we go. Yeah, we did it! Screenshot that shit. Screenshot it. Woo! Okay, that was a tiny bit of a close call, if I might say so myself. But we did get the Justice Greatsword, which is a unique greatsword, which is fine, mighty fine as a greatsword, which we might actually use with our guy. It does plus 25% crush damage on top of the slash and pierce damage. It's not bad at all. By the way, Van, I've put some fashion on top of you. You will have to tell me if you like it or not. That was rough. It was pretty rough, yes. I usually don't do this fight this early in the game. I usually first finish Cad Nua, which actually gives me a ton more experience. I'm usually leveled one level further for this fight, essentially. Which means that I would have level 3 spells with Mage.
Hey.
Fireball, for instance. Or with the Priest, even. I have the Pillar of Condemnation. It's similar
What is
to
it?
Flame Strike in D&D or something like that. I believe it's called Pillar of Condemnation or something. Anyway, we did beat Radric. And we did get his sword, which is good. And here comes Mr. Robin Hood. We heard that you had moved against the Kip, and yet we have arrived too late. But a moment earlier, and I would have heard his dying breath. No matter. Yeah, seems a bit convenient, right, that you arrived just now. It is done, the tyrant is dead, and our village is free to move into a greater future. Gilded Vale owes you a great debt. I owe you a great debt. You have accomplished what I could not. Take what rewards you care to from Radric's vaults. You have earned them twice over. Kolsch looks over to the throne room, smiling. There is much to do. We must send word to the Earl, of course. Revoke the cruel laws of Radric has instated. But do not think we will forget your assistance. You have brought about great change. Take pride. Everyone will remember this moment. Come, men. Clear these bodies from the hall. With that, Kolsch strides eagerly towards the throne. Yeah, as you can see, he really doesn't care about the people. He cares about himself being there, you know. Still, it can't be as bad as it was with Radric. At least people will not die because of being beheaded. But as you can see, here is Radric's wife. Blood still wet runs from the woman's slit throat, soaking into the sheets below.
I wonder what this is.
Oh, that was actually well timed. Rimguard's Mantle. Plus 5 damage reduction to freeze and 20% of freeze damage converted to endurance. Okay, so basically you'll have freeze absorption with this. That's actually pretty cool. We'll see who
Yes.
gets that one. First and foremost, I'm thinking about swapping to this weapon. For the time being, anyway. Yeah! Look at him. Sure, we're gonna do less DPS, but we might actually have better area of effect with this. I'll see. I'll still keep the mace and the axe offhand. And I might actually, You don't know anything about pillars. Fair enough. No, but let's say, let's put it this way. From the main quest perspective, I would have to go to this place called Cad Nua. And it's actually a pretty short dungeon to complete the main quest at this section, which actually grants you a ton of experience. And I believe it also starts chapter 2? No, I believe actually entering Defiance Bay starts chapter 2 of the game. But it gives you a lot of experience. And usually I do that. You also get an NPC companion, which is a chanter. And then I usually went back to Radric's Hold. I backtracked to Radric's Hold and finished that. But this time I did it a bit differently. I was a bit underpowered for this. Arguably underpowered. I still had like a full party at the end of the day. And my characters are about to level up. So the good news is, because of the way I did it now, I'm probably gonna be level 6. Or not level 6, level 5 by the time I start Odnua's dungeon proper. At least the earlier section of it. Which means that I will have some pretty nasty abilities on my side, which is good. Where is the vault, though? Where do I get the treasury? There's some notes here, some books. Give me all the lores.
See this.
Yeah, trigger that, please. Oh, we took the secret passage. Fantastic. Unimportant, but fantastic. Majestic. That looked fabulous. It's a floppy hat. My God. Yeah. Oh my God, Ivan all of a sudden looks like true talent. Come closer, Ivan. You look like true talent.
Yeah.
He does look like
What
true
is it?
talent. He's a Scotsman now. Beautiful. Exactly what I wanted from life. A floppy hat. Most excellent indeed. But yeah, everyone else in the keep is now non-violent, which is good. Let's see if we can find this treasury or something. I've heard the word treasure. It rings some music in my ears, you know? It rings it. Ivan looks brilliant. He looks indeed brilliant. So this is everything that we would have had to kill in case we wanted to go through the main door. Not optimal. Definitely not optimal. It is a fairly nice looking keep though. At least that's nice. Treasure? I'm looking for treasure. Have you seen treasure? To dungeon? To lower ramparts. I don't know, man. Probably nothing great anyway. I don't know. I think I have still some time, and then I'll probably have to go fill the machine downstairs, the heating, the boiler thing. Not the boiler. It's a pellet machine. We have our house heating through pellets, and I have to. Holy shit! I made it. Holy shit! Beef jerky of space. I have not seen that name in like 10 years now. I have since grown a beard. Welcome, my friend, to my stream. When have I started? At 4? I started at 4. I've been almost 4 hours now here. Yeah, 3 hours and a half. Jeez. Good thing I said, yeah, it's gonna be a short stream. It's gonna be like 2 hours or something. Lamau. Wow. Beef, my friend. How are you doing? It's been very, very long, man. It's been incredibly long. Hope everything is treating you well. I'm gonna return to Gilded Vale. I'm gonna take some rest at the inn, and I'm gonna check the smith. I'm gonna sell all the trash that I got, because I'm cheap like that. And we're going to see if the smith has something nice. It has indeed been a very long time. I believe last I talked with you was probably when we were at release of Dark Souls 2. That is 2014, wasn't it? 2014 or 13? I'm doing very well, thank you. Oh, glad to hear it. I'm certainly glad to hear that. As long as life's treating you well, that's absolutely fine. I remember you still from my XCOM series on YouTube, man. Fucking most badass sniper this side of the world, that's for sure. I just today bought XCOM 2. Just today. Yeah, it was around the Dark Souls 2 times. That's quite some time indeed, yes. I think it was like the early 2014. I remember someone making a Stannis or something. Yes, Ven made Stannis. Stannis Damanus. Stanus Damanus? Was that the name? Ven! Are you here? She's a moderator, by the way. She's around. She's around. She is around. Maybe we got her a wake-up call. Maybe she's busy with doing something. She might be busy right now, but she's a moderator otherwise in my
Hail,
channels.
traveler.
Hello again. Can to rest your feet a while? Yes, please. Give me the perception and mechanics room. The usual. The standard. Roger Dodger. Indeed, that was the line of your sniper. Like every time I moved him around. Roger Dodger. I remember it very fondly. I still might have the save game on in XCOM because of the cloud, so I could just load up there and see back the good old memories. Okay, let's go to the smith, sell all the junk we got from the hold. I think Ven is busy. That's fine. That's fine. But in fact, one of the characters I have in my party right now, Veni-chan, she made it herself.
What is it?
She ordered me around to create that character.
Hail, traveler.
Totana gives you a broad smile. Always good to see a friendly face. I hope the Vale is doing kindly by you. We've made a good use of those supplies you brought. Some of my best work if you ever want to see our special stock, just say the word. Absolutely. Give me the word. Give me the stock. Oh my. Oh my. That's a lot of fine weaponry right there. Azurith Stiletto. Moon Godlike. I forget what their thing is. Moon Godlike is like a healing wave every time they reach a certain threshold in their hit points. At 75%, at 50%, and at 25% once per battle, of course. So if you fully heal them and they drop down below those thresholds, it will not heal again. It's a pretty good paladin class, actually. It's a very good paladin, or rather race, rather than class. It's very good for paladins or tanks in general. Let's see, this is a stiletto, so basically a tiny dagger that pokes things. It's a fast weapon. Damage reduction, free bypass, grants jolting touch and critical hit once per encounter. Hold wall. This is an arbalest. Does a ton of damage, but it's super slow. Jenna's lance is a pike. Do I trigger some people in chat with the word pike? Mr. Stay Plus, if he's still here. He has something about pikes, I don't know. I don't understand that meme. It has plus 1.8 weapon reach, so it is a very long weapon. Plus 1 constitution, 20% of grazes converts to hits. That's not bad. How much is it? It's not that expensive. I could try it out, honestly. Row pike sandwich. Accurate. I could try it out. I don't know. Jenna's lance. How many enchantment slots still? 10 more. 10 more. 14 total. 4 are already occupied. Let me sell some of the trash. I might have actually a lot more money afterwards. I'm gonna keep the scrolls. I'm gonna keep the book. I just don't need all of these trashy things. That's fine. The traps, I don't think we're gonna use traps. I mean, yes, it's a mechanic that can be useful against a certain Adra dragon. I said nothing, but... Oh, 1 second. Ah, my index. Ah. Tap, 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 tap. Okay, we got this. It's 7,000. Okay, we're still gonna get like 2,000 bonus gold from this. It's not that bad. Where my lance at? Give it to my midget. What difficulty are you playing on? This is hard difficulty without expert mode, but and without the Trials of Iron. But there are some other things that I disabled. For instance, the dialogue options that like the revealed dialogue options for the stats I don't have. I do have the tooltips for combat because I really like those. It's not that it gives me any help. The area of effect highlighting I could disable, honestly. That's a bit cheating, but you know. Yeah, exactly, Mephi. Taps are too awkward to use as a player in these D&D like games. Not only that, there is a particular thing about traps. Like, I think you can set only one with each character, so a total of 6, if you have enough mechanics with every character. And even then, they don't do a lot. There was a very good trap, which I believe, like, stunned an enemy for like half a minute, but I think it was nerfed. The thing was nerfed like a ton. Okay, so let's see this at work. It is wow, it's super good looking actually. We'll see. Maybe we like it. Together with the Barbarian Carnage ability, maybe this is something that could work out nicely.
What is it?
Alright, I think we're done in Gilded Vale. I think I've completed every quest here at any rate. We could go slowly to Odnua. Or Cadnua, I apologize. The name's Cadnua. Odnua is the dungeon below it. And the creator's name. Yeah, that looks like everything in this section of the river, so that's good. This is good! Accelerate. Accelerate the time. And let's go to Black Meadow. We still have to go east of Black Meadow to unlock the path to Cadnua. Sounds good to me! Everything seems to be fine. Ever since those 134 dropped frames right at the start from the game, I did not drop any other frames, so that's good. I revisited Pillars of Eternity a while ago on Steam because I usually play on GOG. and kind of lost the itch or something and decided to play Underrail instead. I don't know. It's like the balancing makes the gear so boring. Underrail is a game that my brother has played and suggested it to me, actually. As a Fallout fan, like a classic Fallout fan, I heard that it's actually a pretty okay game. Excruciatingly tedious in some points, I believe he said. So the lore and the gameplay is pretty damn neat. That's true. If we're talking about Pillars, that is true. The lore and gameplay of Pillars is very addicting. Like, I believe of all this computer, like Dungeon and Dragon likes computer games, I think Pillars of Eternity got it the most right. I don't know how Tyranny did it. I haven't played Tyranny. I do not own Tyranny. I don't know how it did it. Wasn't it a bit more action-packed? A bit faster-paced in combat situations, I believe, or something like that? It's slightly different, but I don't know how it did there, but for Pillars, I have a lot of fun in combat. But the items itself, by and large, there is very few items that impact your game a ton. As in, for the most part, you can do with basic gear. You can enchant... Yeah, the pillars. Okay, good. You can enchant the most basic of weapons with some ingredients and stuff, you know, and make them pretty godlike yourself. But generally speaking, you're not gonna get, like, super broken, overpowered weaponry. Well, that is true up until the expansion packs, which added the soulbound weapons. Soulbound weapons can get pretty strong, particularly the ones from DLC 2, as far as I've heard. From White March Part 2 apparently has some very, very powerful soulbound weapons that I haven't seen because I've never played Part 2. I played only Part 1. Part 1 had already some pretty cool weapons. Particularly there is an S-Stock, soulbound S-Stock, that is basically cursed. Once you equip it, you basically are stuck with it, and it sucks something fierce, and then they give you clues. You have to travel around the land, do particular things, and they give you clues. And every time you complete a part of the quest, a part of the curse is lifted until it becomes a super powerful S-Stock in the end. Soulbound weapons are actually really fun, but they can be a bit tedious themselves, honestly. Because, like, do this amount of damage with this ability of this weapon to improve its level. Yeah, the expansions seem to have had more of an emphasis on some fun stuff. Fewer trash mobs, more unique feeling weapons and gear. Yeah, that's true. The mobs, I mean, there is a lot of mob fighting even in the expansion, but it isn't like without sense. Like, their AI is even surprisingly improved. They're not just gonna rush you. Most of the times you're gonna fight a crowd of enemies that is just gonna hold the line, stand still with their shields lifted as you approach them. That's actually a super cool addition of the expansion that I haven't seen much in this game. Usually here enemies will just rush the ever-loving crap out of you. Hello, Kana. Just over the side of the path into Cad Nua stands an imposing figure, a tall, thick-set Amawa clad in worn armor and peering up at the outer walls of the keep. In his hand is a small piece of charcoal, and it works feverishly, at taking notes upon a small scrap of paper. More than once, he has to reach up to prevent his colorful cap from falling off his head as he gazes upwards. Yeah, it's pretty nice, I do agree. And I'm excited for the recently announced Pillars to see what will happen with the gods. Yeah, exactly. I just read today about the announcement. I knew about the game that, yeah, I mean, they had that hidden site. Obsidian had that hidden site with messages and they decoded Deadfire on it. So I knew already that they were about to announce Pillars 2. And I had an idea all along after this game. After this game's ending, I had like, you know, they should visit the maritime countries, you know, the Deadfire Archipelago, the Valiant Republics. Those are some of the most interesting places in the lore, and you're stuck with this pretty bland farmland country here. But at the same time, it's still a pretty fun setting for this game, honestly. So we'll see what Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire, the full name, will bring it to us. I hope some pretty cool things. Oh, Van! You said you play on GOG, eh? Good, man. Perfect! Laura Bot with the reply there. Alternate between Steam and GOG. GOG is nice. I owned a lot of games on GOG, man. Like the classic Baldur's Gates, Icewind Dale's, Neverwinter Nights. Both of the Neverwinter Nights games. I own Little Big Adventure 1 and 2. Phew, I own a lot of games, man. GOG is good. GOG is good. Go on GOG.com. Buy games. Pay monies to Polish overlords. Don't let Steam hold all the monopoly. Anyway, what are you doing over there? The man looks over at you, blinking in surprise. His face splits in a wide and very toothy grin, and he waves the parchment in greeting. Kana is actually also from a set of islands next to the Deadfire Archipelago, so he might also be returning. I have the feeling that Kana might be returning as a companion. It would also make sense because honestly, his quest sucks a lot, unfortunately. Killing time, if honest. I've already walked the perimeter twice. There are names scratched upon some of the bricks just there. Workers and masons, I expect, carving a little immortality for themselves. He looks up at the wall again, expression fond. It is a fine keep, Kednua. 2 centuries to its name, and abandoned for nearly as long.
But the truly interesting part is in there, and I haven't had much luck in reaching the keep itself. I hoped to find the master of this place, a man by the name of Meerwald, but it seems that he either holds his privacy most dear, or else has been devoured by his house guests.
I played Neverwinter Nights 1 a ton back in the day. A ton. Online. Like, I remember, what was it? I was like 15, maybe 14. Basically the first few days of my internet experience were there. And I had Neverwinter Nights boxed with the expansions. Or maybe just the first expansion. I think it was just the first expansion at that time. And I played a ton of it online with people from at that time, BioWare forums. I remember. It was, I think it was 2005. 2005-ish. Do you know that I work there right now? Yes, she does. I had no idea, actually. Or at least I think I have no idea. I might remember from a long time ago, but my mind is fully cluttered with things. It makes a lot of things hard to remember. Basically my life, every day. Every minute of my life is that, man. Don't worry about it. I'm such a scattered brain. I have such short-term memory, and also my long-term memory is pretty garbage. Where was I? I came here looking for Meerwald as well.
Oh, truly? Then perhaps we can help one another. The grounds are infested with all manner of beasts. I've never seen the like. I didn't want to risk it alone, but you seem capable. Together, I'm sure we could manage it. And then we can both ask our questions of Meerwald.
Perfect.
I seek a great treasure, you see. Not gold or silver, but the Tanvi Oratoa. You might call it the Book of Virtues. It's a sacred text of the Rauatai, but we possess only a fragment of it.
That's it. Rauatai is, I believe, the island he's from, and that's actually something interesting. I'm going to tab out right now for a moment and go to this. Yeah, so his name is Kana Rua from the Isle of Rauatai, right? It's actually indirectly, I'm pretty goddamn sure anyway, if Google were so kind. Yeah, so he's Kana Rua from Rauatai, and it's indirectly a reference to Easter Isle, to the Easter Island. Easter Island, you know, the one with the moais or whatever they're called. Why? Well, if I were to find the right map. Yeah, so I believe the Easter Isle's actual name is Raganui or Raganoi or something like that. I apologize for the pronunciation. And I believe there is a site or a town called Hangaroa. There certainly is some similarities between those names, don't you think? I believe it's actually it's a reference to that. Even if it's a bit cryptic, even if it's a bit dark and unimportant, really. The rock textures are impressive. I really enjoy the style in Pillars. Yeah, everything in Pillars looks beautiful, but what is most impressive is that this is actually all two-dimensional. This is not actually 3D models. For the most part, it's not. For the most part, it's all drawn. The only things that are 3D is actually the water and the physics. I'm pretty sure that's the only things that have 3D. There was actually this interesting GIF that you can find online when Pillars was still under development, and they show how a map is made, and then it looks like a nice little waterfall, and it's like nice caves and nice rock formations. Pillars or Tyranny, which is better? It's all Unity 2D stuff. Yeah, it's amazing, man. It's absolutely staggering what they did with this game. And like, you see this nice little waterfall and rock formation, and they're like, you think this is 3D? And they tilt the image. You see that everything is flat except for the waterfall, which is actually physically made water to fall down into a river. It's amazing, man. It's fucking amazing. Apart from a few pieces, I think it's Unity anyway. Tyranny has cool magic. It is Unity, and I exclusively play magic in games, so that was nice. Okay, so nice magic in Tyranny. That's actually good to know. I actually should be buying that game. It's actually shameful that I have not bought it for so long, since I am a big supporter of Obsidian in general. Chris Avalon or no, of course.
A year I've journeyed in search of the rest. And I uncovered evidence that leads me to believe the original lies just there, beneath the keep.
Let's go meet Merwold then.
Excellent. Lead on, my friend, and I will be at your heels. Ah, wait. Speaking of that, I ought to warn you first. Wondrous teeth, I nearly forgot. I have at times been followed. It began in Adir, and in Exometal they attacked outright. I believe they do not wish for me to find what I am looking for. I say believe, but I have been told as much by one of my would-be assassins. I pay them little mind. Humorless sorts in long robes. But it's why I bought the sword, you see. And it's only fair that you should know.
Actually, this made me think that it would be actually very interesting if your character was from Deathfire Archipelago, and you would be able to return there on your second game. Since my character here is from the Exometal Plains, that's something I had thought of. Tyranny is short. Yeah, apparently short, but incredibly replayable. Like, super replayable game. But I feel the ending was too much of a sequel or expansion hook. I mean, I don't know how it will go for Tyranny, but I mean, Obsidian sometimes does that, doesn't it? Like expansion, a hook to an expansion or to a sequel. They certainly do that quite often, and they pointed it out also here in Pillars. I mean, the story completes itself with the DLCs a bit. You know, you get some hindsight. I mean, they improve Cad Nua a lot with the DLC, particularly the second DLC. Apparently, it is improved a lot, and you'll see why as we go down the road. Oh, your canonical character is from the Deathfire Archipelago. That will be actually very fun. I bet that they're gonna actually put that into consideration, so that you're like, hey, I'm going back home. That must be very cool. But I'm pretty sure that you will be visiting more than just the Deathfire Archipelago, because I don't remember the full world map, but I'm pretty sure the Deathfire Archipelago is bordering with the Valian republics and also Rautai, the region from Kana is from. KOTOR 2 is amazing, man. It's a shame that it was super unfinished and super flawed in all its states, but KOTOR 2 is actually a super cool game overall. Do I like it over the first one? Well, it's different games. It's very different games. You must keep in mind that the first one was made by BioWare. BioWare always likes this very vibrant games where good and evil are very, very distant and very apart, you know? BioWare loves those kinds of story, and honestly, it's not a bad story at all. Like, it's, you know, it's that classic book cliche if you want, but you have the choice of doing good or bad. Usually, BioWare makes it so that you get more rewards for doing good, but that is besides the point, really. So yeah, KOTOR 1 is basically the fight, the struggle between good and bad. There was very little neutrality going on. Yeah, you really cannot compare the two, and in some sorts of ways, the first one is very complete. It has a fantastic story overall. Morality, yes, as you say, it's a bit cartoony because they're painting it either super white or super black, never a way in between. Whereas KOTOR, I mean, you got Cavalone for 2. That's indeed true. He wrote Kreia. Kreia is basically the most impressive character of that series, I believe. Honestly, I strongly, firmly believe in that. Kreia is an amazing character in KOTOR 2 and possibly one of my favorite characters in gaming. And I like it that they actually created a particular NPC in this game, Lady Webb, in her image, in some regards. Kreia is love, man. Kreia is fucking love. And she gives you such a good point of view into the, like, you know, Chris Avellone, despite being a basically happy oddball as a person, he loves to write very nihilistic characters. He loves to write stories that always end up in a nihilistic sense, and you can also see it here with The Grieving Mother being his creation. It is a bit of a nihilistic point of view from life. But Kreia was so different. It helps the basic... I don't remember the voice actor's name, but basically it's the only game she voiced in. And she is basically a very successful theater actress. The voice actress was amazing. I don't necessarily think it's strictly better, just felt more enjoyable. Gameplay-wise, I'd say I liked the first one over the second one. The second one had some very rough moments and also was a bit more linear, despite the fact that it lets you choose between some worlds. But honestly, the worlds in the second one were all... Durance is also by Avalon, yes. Durance is not as nihilistic, though. Durance is more like, I'm spitting on religious despite the fact that I'm a religious priest. Durance is a bit different. But I believe that actually Durance is the most interesting companion in this game. The fig for Pillars of Eternity 2. Oh wait, did they already start? Pelagina is indeed by Josh Sawyer, and the general gist of it, I believe, at Obsidian was, hey, Josh, Pelagina kinda sucks. And he was like, I know. I think everyone agreed, at Obsidian even, that Pelagina is kinda eh. The problem is that she never builds a character. She never builds a proper character. She has 2 quests and never speaks ever again. It's very short. Anyway, let me go back into the game before we end up here talking 7 hours without getting any progress done. We're a few assassins between friends.
I'm glad you're not discouraged. Come then. Who knows what we will find inside?
Who knows? Party! In 1 hour they raised $200,000? Wow! It shows you that people actually enjoyed Pillars of Eternity, the first one, a lot. I mean, Kickstarter back then, it was very iffy. Like, people were still unsure, like, well, we're trusting our money to some people and hope that they're going to make our game happen. And you know, there were some serious instances in the past of huge disappointments, even with Steam Greenlight. I mean, Towns, if your people remember. Towns was catastrophic. It was disastrous. And even with Kickstarter, as I said, that guy's, Schaefer's Broken Age, I said a couple of days ago already. That was super successful in Kickstarter, but once the game was released, everyone was like, what did you need all that money for? Anyway, I'm gonna remove Ivan temporarily for
Already gone.
just this bit. Just this bit. Ivan will return as soon as we finish this.
Following your lead.
Because he has a quest here. That's the only reason. Honestly, I didn't really like Kreia. She's just sort of stuck me as someone trying to convince you being good isn't really good. But because that's her point of view, right? Her point of view is that doing good is not necessarily like it's not that being good isn't good. That's not exactly her message. Her message was basically like doing good will not always bring galactic good. Like giving money to a beggar, that is one of the most prominent examples always mentioned, of course, the one in Nar Shaddaa. Giving money to a beggar, yes, will make him happy for that brief moment, but basically he will not have earned that money through hard labor. He will be weakened because of it, and people will actually hurt him because of it. They will bully him. They will take that money away from him, and it's of course that's not always the case, but I would tend to agree that just it's basically that rhetoric of what was it again. Give a man a fish and feed him for a day. Give him teach him how to fish, and he will eat for a life, or something like that. It's basically that rhetoric, you know. To make a man stronger, you don't give him money. You teach him how to make money, essentially. But that, of course, is debatable. It's always debatable. Yeah, let's go like that. And now the complex things go. But Rennie dares ghost, he would not rest. Okay, so this is spells for the chanter. And this what does? Summons a phantom for 12 seconds. Reduces damage reduction for 16.8 seconds. Damage reduction. What? Friendly area effects +5. Damage reduction +10. Damage reduction shock. And slash 5. 5 to slash. 41 crush damage. Okay, that's the wave, right? Yeah, that's the wave. 41 shock damage in a conus. 24 to 35 crush damage. I like this one. We're gonna go with this one. I'm being very fussed about this now, ain't I? Allied area of effect passive 2.4 while chanting, I assume? When range benefit from constant endurance regeneration while chanter is chanting. Yes, that's actually pretty good. Blindly following a side is bad. I suppose that's true, but telling me a piece of garbage for supporting one side over another is rather silly. Yeah, I mean, at times Kreia is very, like, she never agrees if you go pure evil or if you go pure good, right? To the point that if you go pure evil and killed all the Master Jedi, she's gonna be like, what the heck have you done this for? And you go like, I don't know. And she gets really fucking pissed at you for it. You know, she basically is trying to... She's not trying to moralize you into a side, because you can still prove her wrong, to a certain degree, of course. She's just trying to tell you that to become strong, you must not rely entirely on others, despite the fact that the power... that as your protagonist, the power you get, as the protagonist of that game, the power you get is from others, right? The force bonds. That's the point of the story, right? You get stronger the more people follow you. It's not because they are there, because they're in the party and they fight with you. It's because they follow you, because they create a force bond with you, because you have basically a natural talent of a general. And that's what you've been in the past, right? It's kind of funny how Kreia doesn't want you to go blindly dark or blindly light, but the game punishes you for being neutral. Yes, that's true. You don't get any prestige classes for going neutral. There is a couple of items, but they're pretty underwhelming for neutral class. The Restoration Project actually gives you... No, it's certainly poorly designed because the game was stupidly rushed. The game was released way too early in development. It is an unfinished game entirely. Even the Restoration Project mod, which is huge, which has a ton of content, still cannot fix everything. it's still pretty much bland in some aspects, you know. I mean, Nar Shaddaa is still one of the most boring places in gaming, despite the fact that so much shit goes on there. But again, that might just be my opinion, of course. You don't have to agree with it. That, or... I'll go with the concentration one, okay. I would explain more to the point what a chanter does, but I think I'll explain what a chanter does once we build a player, like we're gonna create our own chanter through this, the viewership in our stream. Cutter 2 is one of those few games I think really deserves a remastered version. Nar Shaddaa is basically like that moon planet, but it's a moon, it's not planet, it's some friggin' moon, Smuggler's Moon, I believe, is what it's called in the game. It's basically a lot of grayness and skyscrapers, and you get kidnapped, and there is a pub with poison that you have to use a special force power, and you have to control either Mira or the Wookiee, depending on your side, for a very long time, and you're severely weakened because you are not controlling your protagonist. There's a lot of refugees. There's a lot of scum. There is then you get taken. Your character gets kidnapped onto a spaceship with Goto and the bounty hunters. Yes, exactly. That's. I think that like it has the most potential of every place. It's basically the most filled up place with content, but it's also the worst place. I think it's so bland that. I mean, yes, it is, like, you know, the stories of the bounty hunters and all, and Goto is fantastic. But that all comes after you finish Nar Shaddaa. So you're on that planet for no reason at all. You're not having fun on that planet. That's why I always do it first, because I never have fun with Nar Shaddaa. My favorite planets in KOTOR 2 are, what was it? The Moon Planet and Onderon? Again, the Moon Planet. The Moon and Onderon. Onderon and Jackson or something like that, or what was it? Though that is my favorite, particularly the second time you go there. And Dantooine. And there is Korriban, but Korriban is basically there. Basically barely there. Yeah, it was pretty awful, controlling the bounty hunter chick. Yeah, exactly. The Xan and Onderon. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, the Xan is the Mandalorian moon. The jungle moon. That I actually had a lot of fun with that one. Alrighty. Get more spells from this page. Let's just go with the wave one. I like that one. Beloved Spirits plus 0.9 endurance. Yeah, we're gonna go with that. Sure. Something. We're just gonna do something about this. I like the Mandalorian. Yeah. Yeah, I read that. I apologize. You go here. You're pretty tanky. Now this place is pretty dickish. There's a lot of phantoms out here, but
Old and dry with cobwebs in every crack. It reminds me of Woodica.
Woodica, you say? Well then, let's go and explore. There is a lot of ghosts. Hello, ghosts. There's a phantom and a shadow. Shadows we can take care of. Phantoms, shadows, will-o-wisps. Will-o-wisp is a pain in the butt. Okay, you hold. Nope, that's not the right button. Cancel is X. Okay. We need some. Oh yeah, it definitely increases the range. Holy cow. Carnage's range is increased dramatically because of that. Start hitting the phantoms, and you too, Van. We'll want the roly-poly cast here. I mean, honestly, we're just gonna sacrifice a bit of health for it. It will be worth it. Oh! Well... Unfortunately, that's not how it went, did it now? Okay, I got stunned. That's not great. Area of effect heal. You continuously do that. So... I'd really like to check what the amount of damage I do with the Carnage in Spear and stuff, but apparently that's impossible. Oh god damn it. I'm at health too, aren't I? Okay, you use Acolyte's Radiance, you use the heal my character and the melees. You, what are you doing, man? What are you doing, man? How much damage I'm doing here? I'm still unsure about my damage. Because I'm dead! Perfect! That's just great! I think I was getting too interrupted. Oh my god, guys, come on. Come on, guys. You're better than that. Is Ivan's absence... Oh, Jesus. Is Ivan's absence that big of a deal here? Is that what's going on? These people, man.
Hey.
Nice. Okay, Korriban was missing a lot of stuff. Yeah, Korriban was definitely missing because the Vash stuff was supposed to be longer. It was also supposed to be on another planet entirely, like the droid moon or whatever it was, the droid planet, something like that. But the fan-made droid planet is not fun. Yeah, the fan-made droid planet that was actually supposed to be in the game, but was cut content. The problem with these restoration projects is very simple. Yes, they restore a lot of cut content, but not all cut content is there because the game was rushed. Some of the cut content is cut because it's bad content. That's the reason, and it's something actually the Fallout restoration projects, the Fallout 1 and 2 restoration projects do wrongly. Like they include some parts of the game that shouldn't ever have been included, and that's why I dislike those. Like, there's a particular part in the second Fallout game restoration project which adds a submarine that you have to deactivate or something like that. That part has no point of being there. There is no point of that part being there. It's literally there to make you waste some time, essentially. I'm not focusing on the combat at all, by the way, but that's besides the point, I guess. Yeah, you just attack the Earth Blight. I forgot which one is the painful blights. The water ones? The rain ones? Was it? Swap back to your arquebus and attack the Phantom. You're enraged. You're pointing your finger at them. You slam them with a book. Excellent. Okay, now try to do a bit more damage, please. I think it's doing good damage. I think it's doing actually good damage. Okay, focus on that. Then you can actually cast Mind Blades. Focus it on the healthiest shadow. When it hits, it does good damage. Well, it's decent damage, it's decent damage. I'm not sure if I like it, but...
And that's how it...
I'm not sure. Am I hitting it twice, or is it just kinda hitting at the exactly same time as I... Oh, what have I done? What have I done? I disengaged everyone. Oh boy. It's fine. It's fine, everything is absolutely okay. There's cut content, there's removed content. There's content that didn't get done. Yeah, that's true. Cut content, removed content, and content that didn't get done.
They'll never know.
So yeah, basically restoration projects are okay because like it shows that there is a dedication in the community to restore what was left out, but at the same time, lots of that was left out is better left out still. At the same point, like I would love the restoration project in Fallout 2 if it gave you an option to install only particular parts of the content. There is literally a lot of it that makes no sense, and that is why I will never play with it again. That is the sole reason. I think it's a great mod. I think many people could like it, but I cannot play it just because there's so many sections that are just plainly very bland. Damn, the arquebus! Yes, this game has guns, by the way.
I'll
For
take a
those
peek.
of you that don't know. Okay, so we're gonna clear out this courtyard. We're gonna enter. Oh my god, it's been 4 hours and almost 20 minutes now. So this stream is essentially gonna be longer than yesterday's stream.
Leave our village!
Whoop! Hello.
We've done nothing to you!
Okay, let's talk to... No, we're not gonna... We're gonna take care of the flame lights. I think these ones are the pesky ones. Hello. Right. can point your finger at them. I'm not sure if this is gonna work or do anything at all. It does work. Okay, cool. Cool. Good. Good, good.
Let's have it out!
Wait, is that Aloth? Aloth? Oh my god, you're still in melee mode. Oh no, I never noticed you were going melee, you dingleberry.
Hey there.
Kill him before he dies. Disengage. Good, good, good. Okay, attack this guy.
How may I help?
Woohoo! Alright, he's fine. He's absolutely doing okay. I don't like the spear. I'll be honest, I don't like the spear. It's so slow, man. It's just so goddamn slow. I'll swap back to my dual wielding.
What is it?
Yes, it has a ridiculous hurry of effect with Carnage, but that's mostly it. I wonder how Van Buren would have ended up. I know there is a bit on the subject, but it just makes me wonder about it more. Van Buren is basically...
Quiet.
They did what they thought to do with Van Buren, mostly with New Vegas, actually. The DLC of New Vegas, particularly, was all ideas from Van Buren. I would know, particularly, because I was directly on Twitter. I was like, hey, Chris, Avalon, bro, where is Big Mountain supposed to be, right? We were discussing it. And he was like, oh yeah, well, it's supposed to be a bit of a hidden location in New Vegas, but in Van Buren, we knew exactly where it would be, and he says like something like Montana or something, or Arizona, or I don't know, one of the states. So basically, yes, Van Buren was supposed to have a lot of the content that was actually included in New Vegas in the end. Okay, you need to swap back to the sword, or rather the Estoc, I believe. You need to rage. You need to book it. Then, you just whack at them. You point your finger angrily. You're enraged, good. No, enraged and full of anger. He's half man and half machine. Wasn't it like that? This is the painkiller. This is the painkiller. Something like that, wasn't it? Oh my god, Kana! I can't wait to get rid of this guy, man. I can't fucking wait. Chanters are fun. Kana is not fun. Ah, no.
Leave it to me!
Everybody dead here. Except for Ven. Ven is destroying it. Oh, hello, Mr. Arviz of Tisai. Mr. Tis, second moderator of the channel. Hello, Tis. Yes, you're late. Doggone it. It was supposed to end 2 hours ago. I was supposed to end 2 hours ago, yes.
What is it?
I was indeed supposed to end 2 hours ago. I was like, I'm gonna have a short stream, this is fine. Ah! Right here, spoilers. This is the starting point of the next game. Spoilers. Okay, let's talk to the spirit and then we're gonna rest before entering, because there's gonna be a pretty ugly battle as soon as we enter. You think he's gonna finish, but he just keeps going, ladies. Oh, I would high-five you, or maybe slap you, but I can't. The audio just cut there, right? Spectral smoke churns all around you. At first you can see nothing except the haze, but gradually you make out the wizened, hunched shape of an old elven man. His face and bone-thin arms are smeared with paint. You can't do this! He shakes his head, spitting the words at you. Let's listen.
A home! The Nine Claws have lived here almost 50 generations. We were here long before your kind brought war to our lands. You can't just burn it all!
Okay, so there is this bug that cuts a bit of the dialogues right at the start. We'll have to reload after this.
Have mercy, soldier! Our warriors have all gone! You can't burn us all because of them!
I really don't have a schedule yet for my streams. As you can see down below in the schedule section, it says that my current schedule is a joke, because it's accurate. I usually, thought myself, hey, let's stream in the morning, but this day I couldn't stream in the morning. Yesterday I streamed at midday my time, so Central European. That would be 6 a.m. Eastern, 3 a.m. Pacific. Today I started late, and I expected to go for a very little while before end before dinner. But then I had a break here in the stream because there was just like, hey, just go fucking eat and return. Okay, and I returned. I don't have really a schedule. I just come and go and come and go and come and go. I was like, maybe tonight late at midnight my time, I might stream some Dark Souls 2. I'm making a path. I'm charting up a path for Soul Level 1, all boss speedruns, DLC included, Scholar Edition Dark Souls 2. It's fun. It's a world of fun. A wizard is never late, Mr. Frodo. You are super late. Yes, but I'm here, which is marked improvement. No, it's not that it's marked improvement, it's me being here still that is marked improvement. So yeah, I was just lucky today. I mean, if you catch my stream most of the times, you're lucky. Yesterday I just started, and like, my man, Squilla, you can find a link down below, raided me with 500 people! Which actually triggered my anxiety. Karma, Laron. He come and go, he come and... Okay, and all of a sudden, the whole stream was tagged because of this. But yeah, ever since yesterday, because all those people poured into the raid, actually, I have my quality options permanently enabled. So I'm able to stream at 3500 bitrate and 60 frames per second, 720p. So that's good, because the quality is much better this way, I think. I need to get a Twitter to know when the streaming happens. Lauron has a man. Do I have a man? Man? Where are you at? No? There's no man here. There's no man here. He reaches out to you and opens his mouth to say something, but all that emerges is a series of violent cuffs. He falls to his knees, choking on the thickening smoke. Flames overtake the vision of as you back away.
Well?
Okay, that was not cryptic at all. Let's camp.
You're a newcomer to the Deerwood as well. What do you make of it so far?
By the way, the name is Thebble Freebie because free the balls. We were talking about skirts the first stream. These people are lunatics. So you have met locals, kind of laughs. I don't know that they're so bad. There's a lot of fuss made of the Deerwood temper, but they seem to save it up largely for each other. They're a rather refreshing bunch otherwise, I think. I've whiled away an hour or two talking to the regulars in one tavern or another, and everyone from the merchant to the servant has an opinion to share. Alright then. That's entered. I did not put a scout mode on, right? This is gonna be painful. Pause! Scout! Okay, we're in scout mode. Save game. Walk slowly.
Do you think he'd be mad if we sat in his chair? Maybe he doesn't have to know.
I mean, implying that he's not mad already. Oh, Jesus. The positioning, man! You need to swap back to the arquebus, man. Good. Alright, let the spirits flow. Oh. Alright. Right now, that level 5 would actually come a lot in handy. Okay, the phantoms need to die. They confuse you. They're bad. Phantoms need to die. Somehow. Burn them! Burn them to ash! It's gonna be... Cool. And they already stunned me. And no one gets damaged. Okay, listen. My brothers. 7 resolve and 3 might. It's not exactly what I'm looking for. He gets the super good area of effect, fire damage in level 3, doesn't need the goddamn... It's just pulsing floor. Yeah. Just go with the super area of effect heal, man. It did like no damage at all, this one spell, didn't it? Okay, we're all counting on Van to do enough damage to do the blades soon enough. Okay, he's already at half health. And dead.
I'll get the next one.
You saw nothing. You saw nothing. Excuse me. And now I remember that Lauren is actually kinda... Fuck off! Lauren is the rounds. Thank you. Or you're smoking. On a good day, he's kinda... Fuck off! Jolly Devil, Maycare, Lorehound. I did not. Confusing on Path of the Damned is terrible. Terrible for whoever gets confused it is. Yeah, confusion is horrible in this game. I did not hit her. Welcome back, Neffy. Yes, indeed. Welcome back, bot Neffy. He's actually not a bot, he just has the icon of a bot.
Well, that's unusual.
Okay, we need to think of the tactics carefully now. Yeah? Yeah? Yeah?
Well,
I really need Ivan back and kinda get out. Man, you're the only one that can tank this shit. Just do the tanking. Okay, can I roly-poly it right now?
I shall.
Fucking roly-poly it! Poly it! Okay, you do the sneak attack before you're detected, possible. Nice! That's more like it. I mean, he's almost dead, but who cares? Okay, give me the area of effect heal. Give me the rages. Good. Uh-oh, he down. He dead, and he back up. He may be dead before he gets back up, and dead again.
Go for some shut-eye about now.
Oh my god, what is this shit?
Now, where were we?
Ven! Blades, go!
have your eyes for that.
Let's end this!
These fucking things are not goddamn phantoms. These motherfuckers are... Ah! Look at this!
That's how it's gonna...
Oh my god! We did it! We did it! Mind you, this is one of the hardest parts in this game. After this is nothing that tough for the most part of it. I hate Cat Nua. How goes it yourself, Neffy? As you can see, things are going spectacularly well. My eyes started twitching. As you come to the end of the Great Hall, you perceive an inviting warmth radiating from a grand throne wrought out of marble, its masterful artistry out of place amidst the castle's more particular stonework. The veiled face of a woman is carved above the throne, throne's backing, watching over the room with hollow eyes. At your approach, you feel the warmth fluctuate, as though stirring, a voice rings out from the carving, permeating the fortress through stone and air. Vati! Please confirm this must be Velka, Vati! Hello, I'm Vati Vidya, and I'm here to confirm that this is Velka, the goddess of... I don't know what. Space Piglet for the win. Yay! Comrade!
Another watcher in Cat Nua, glowing very brightly indeed to these eyes. What strange happenstance.
I'm looking for Merwold.
As am I. If you should happen to find him, I would be glad to know of it. Each day his absence brings new dust to my halls, new cracks to my stones. It's shameful is what it is. The Earl would never have let it come to this. You are free to search for him here. I will unbar the way.
You said these were your halls?
Not as a land is its lord's, more as a child is its mother's. This castle was my design, you see. The Earl appointed me to do it. I was getting on in years. I knew it would be my only chance to build something magnificent. When it was built, I couldn't bring myself to part from it, to go back to my lonely home. I begged the Earl to let me stay, to take care of it. It was all I wanted, and he granted it. Years later, when Bereth's usher finally came calling, I begged the Earl to find a way to let me remain, and so he did.
Alrighty. Any idea where I can find Merwald?
I can feel his presence faintly somewhere deeper inside the keep. But he uses his gifts to confound me, and my senses are dulled while he does so. I only wish I could know his mind.
Tell me more about Merwald.
He was a great man. He came here one day, young with long hair and polished armor, and he banished the dark things that had come to lurk in this place after centuries of neglect. He could see the beauty of this place, the way it had been, so he claimed it for his own when no one else would take it. We worked together to restore it. But he began to grow distant some time ago. He never told me why. He retreated deeper and deeper into the keep, never leaving, sending servants for food, hiding himself from my sight. The restoration stopped. Now, to look at the place, you'd never know the progress we'd made. In most places, it's worse than it ever was. And all I can do is watch it crumble around me.
Were you imprisoned on that throne?
Imprisoned? At times it feels that way, I suppose. But it's more that I reside here. The throne was brought up from the ruins. One of the first things they found. As a last favor to a dying woman, the Earl arranged for me to be moved into it. Audra is an accommodating vessel for a soul. Oh, it's not as confining as it seems. I can feel the whole keep from here, and all things that are tied to it. There's something about this throne and its construction. Or maybe it's something about this place.
What Earl were you speaking of?
The Earl of Yenwood. The original, in fact, when Deerwood was a colony. He found this site, the only ruin Eir Glanfarth refused to defend, and he believed its wealth would be great. The keep was his way of defending his family's claim, and that claim became his obsession. He had to know what lay beneath. He devoted his life to excavating the ruins below the keep. They had been sealed with rock and soil. Deliberately, it would seem. Years passed, and with them the Earl. He dug his entire life and never found what he sought. His obsession became his sons and his sons' sons. And one day, that young Earl broke through.
Beautiful. So, what did he find?
An endless maze, incomprehensible in its construction. But he would never come to learn more than that. Vile things had taken residence there, vile and dangerous. They poured up through the keep and slew its residents, the Earl among them.
Right now, there has been no particular change other than the fact that I made Ven, our moderator here, companion. She is a cipher, so the soul spy kind of character, and she uses a wand. She's basically a magical girl. I'll show it to you later. And Ivan has been temporarily replaced with a horrible NPC here, Kanarua, because his quest is here. Temporarily. As soon as I finish the quest, Ivan comes back, because we cannot do anything without him, man. Other than that, we still have the classic NPCs, Aloth, Adair, and Durance, and my character.
After that, the keep remained abandoned, unused, wasted. Meowall's mastery of this place was the first hope I'd had in 200 years. How I've longed to see it as it once was.
Excuse me a moment while I drink a bit of water. My voice is nearly gone.
I can only guess why all this has happened. I fear I've wronged the gods putting this place here, and they've doomed me to watch it wear away into dust. To witness my own folly.
Goodbye!
Take care in your search. Many dangers lie in wait here.
The NPC is incompetent. Unfortunately so. Maybe because I am not handling it right,
Hey.
but as it is right now, it's not that great. Also, it seems that my party members are currently getting tired. Well, shoot. Vigorous defense is once per encounter, 20 to all defenses for 20. I don't know. Converted to hits plus 20% minimum damage. That seems pretty good, Confident Aim. I like Confident Aim. Weapon specializations we're gonna keep for later on in the game. What about Ivan of Jesus? He has the most immaculate punches. You have not... Nevi, have you been here when I tried the new ability Ivan has? Like the super kick that just punches things behind, like super far away, and he's awesome. Yeah, Ivan is awesome. We love Ivan. Ivan is love. Barbaric Yell. Twice per encounter. Effect. Frightened. Savage Defiance. Once per encounter. 160 endurance. We already had that one actually. Brute Force. It's a passive. Attacks fortitude. Attack fortitude instead of deflection if fortitude is lower. I can see that being useful. Wild Sprint is 3 times per rest for a bonus movement. One stands alone. Plus 2 enemies needed to flank. Plus 20% melee damage. Holy mother! Impacts an unquenchable bloodlust to the barbarian, increasing his or her speed temporarily in battle once he or she has personally downed at least 2 enemies. You were not here. It's great. It is really great. I'm thinking about maybe swapping someone for Ivan, if I'm even allowed to do that yet. I'm not even sure. I'm gonna go for one stands alone. Grants a melee damage bonus when the barbarian is adjacent to 2 or more enemies, and the barbarian cannot be flanked unless engaged by more than 3 enemies. So yeah, because we're basically gonna have adjacent enemies all along. I think this one might actually be very nice. Although brute force is not bad, I think. But one stands alone might be actually better for now. We're gonna go with it. More damage. Let's see, can we change... We cannot change it.
What is it?
Also, I just noticed I have no camping supplies.
There's my little soldier.
Harder flank is great. Yes, exactly. Essentially, this means that I can be attacked by multiple sources and not get a defensive disadvantage out of it.
Been out playing soldier again, have we? Go wash up and come help me shuck these peas.
K-Kona! She turns from you and long enough to produce a basket that, like her, is shimmering and semi-transparent. And no complaints, you've got to eat your vegetables if you are to grow up and strong and be a real soldier one day. I know, it cannot be Southern American if she asks to eat vegetables. It should have been bacon. What you talking about? No, let's say nothing. Soldiers are
are important people. They defend the weak and punish the wicked. You're too young to understand now, but there are lots of wicked people. People like the man who murdered your father.
She crushes her husk between her finger and thumb. What happened to my father?
Before you were born, the Glanfathans attacked settlers like us. They said we'd knocked over some of their special Adra rocks. That's why they call it the Broken Stone War. They got very angry, and so they came into our villages and killed many people. Your father was one of them.
He was one of the people the Confederates killed? That's what I said. Her voice is low and hoarse, and her hand is frozen over the basket. Something dark and empty clouds over her eyes.
That's why you'll be a soldier one day. To protect and to avenge. Why don't you go back out and play? I'll finish up here.
Harder to flank, harder to gang. harder to spank. King Kona! That emote cracks me up every fucking time, man. It's not even like, I never even thought of it like it was a Southern American person until people started consistently using him as like a redneck emote for some reason. He kind of reminds me of that fellow from... that's a lot of spooters. Naffy, you just came in time for the spooters. Okay. Let's do the usual roly-poly dance and battle. Okay, Van, you still have the sneak attack, I believe. Attack there. Was it a sneak attack? No, it was a graze, unfortunately. Ah, that's fine. I still need to activate the sneak attack, actually. Anyway. Whoa! Kana! You're dying, my man. Kana. Chameleon. Come and burn. It's working. Somewhat. Just whack your old one at them. Just whack it. Whack it. Do it. Yeah, this part is like... It's not even Odd Nuwa itself, it's just getting to Marewold. That's the only boring part. It's so annoying and so difficult to do. Go on, more mechanics. Disable all my traps, my man. Ah, level 3 spells. Good. Fireball. Expose vulnerabilities. There we go. Although Cracking Bolt is also good. Ah, we'll get it later. We can have up to 4 active spells for every spell anyway. Should I go with Expose Vulnerabilities or should I go with Crackling Bolt, guys? Spooters are cute! Strikes me as a redneck, and I would know. I live in South Carolina. Alright then, if Kazul says that Kona is a redneck, then we believe him. The part where the video games has oversized spiders, I mean. Spooters are cute. What's a typical Southern Carolina dish? That's overused in fantasy. And oversized ones are oversized cute. Oh, I remember now, Tis. I remember specifically the first time we were trying to convince you that Pillars is gonna be the future. And like, we show you, hey, look at this. This is the first official trailer of Pillars that was just released yesterday. And you're like, spiders! The Crackling Bolt is not bad, it just has the tendency of absolutely butchering your party for the most part. But you're right, let's go with the Exposed Vulnerabilities. Minolet's Bounding Missiles is also good, and Noxious Burst as well. We're just gonna go with these two, that's fine, it's fine! Spooters are not cute.
Keeping an eye out.
Actually, I forgot that you can learn some spells here. And learn Necrotic Lance, my man. Oh well, I guess I have already Crackling Bolt over here. Problem solved. Problem solved. Open your own grimoire. What do you mean plus this spell? Are you saying you don't have this spell learned? It's your spell, man! How can you not have your own spell learned? There we go. Good enough. I'm an oversized anthropod. Are you though?
What?
I'm an oversized pillbug. Pillbugs are cute. I like pillbugs actually. Miniature elephants are interesting. You mean like what were they called again? The miniature elephant thingies? Like the I don't know. Oh, fuck off, Katsul. Go fuck yourself. No, no centipedes. No, no. Back with you. Back. You. Sorry. Maybe some sort of overreaction there, but honestly, I friggin' hate that. There we go. Pillar of Fate. That is a spell that I was talking about earlier. Also, he has good spells like Dire Blessing as well as Warding Seal, which is pretty good. Excellent! Excellent. Now we should be a bit more
What is it?
up to a fight. Hello, spooters!
Great.
Okay, Ven. Sneaky, sneaky. They're not getting aggro. Okay, there we go. There we go. Aggro, aggro. Ah! There we go. It's fine. Kill everything. They're not posing any threat, man. They're just not posing any threat. By the way, Ven, you have Fencing with Fashion if you haven't seen. Excellent. I gave you this cloak. Does this is this good fashion, Van? Van? Let's see now. Would you rather fight 100 lobster-sized elephants or an elephant-sized lobster? Neither? Centipedes are good arthropods. Oh no! I'm an undersized stick insect, right? 100 lobster-sized elephants. I don't know about that, man. Lobsters are pretty big still. I bet 100 of those could still swoop down on you and murder you. I don't know why I said right at the end in my sentence. Right, mate! You're right, mate. Giant spiders aren't threatening. Is this close? I don't know where this is from, but it's actually looking pretty goddamn sweet. It's actually a Baratheon priest robe. It looks pretty sweet, that's why. Ivan has it too, but Ivan currently is not in the team, so sucks to be him.
New orders, Lieutenant. Ready your squad.
Spectral man arrayed in armor and an officer's cloak studies a single sheet of paper. You can see straight through it to the ducal and Edir insignias on his breastplate. He seems to read over the page several times before looking up to you. When he does, his expression is unreadable.
There's been a change of plans. Take your squad and march south all the way to the bow in the river. Bring a wagon team and a dozen barrels of pitch.
Who do you think has the highest chance of killing the Sun 1 trillion raging horse-sized wolves? Or 30 million giraffe-sized rabbit snapping turtle? Oh, Jesus Christ! Snapping turtle, absolutely. I agree with this. Snapping turtles are evil and vicious. I also agree, I think. But 1 trillion horse-sized wolves would be bad. That actually seems like a totally plausible Dark Souls scenario right there, Neffy. Horse-sized wolves would be worse. I don't know about that. Wolves are wolves, you know, bigger or smaller, they're just still lazy ass dogs in my opinion, you know. Fucking snapping turtles? Jeez. Yeah, they're rabid, exactly. Okay, tell me the orders!
The instructions come from Admeth Hadred himself, which means they might as well have come from the Duke. We're to burn those hut dwellers out. Set fire to the deerwood so they've nowhere to retreat. Cut them down when they come out. Or let them blaze if they won't.
A ghostly sigh forms a mist in front of his lips.
It'll make this even shorter than the broken stone war, all right. And we can only hope it'll discourage future conflicts.
I don't think I could eat more than 6 nugs myself, beef. Honestly, I don't think... Like, every time I think, like, 50 nugs seems so little. And then when I go to McDonald's and I have, like, a burger, some fries, and, like, 2 nugs, I'm dead. And 6 nugs are pretty much, like... 4 nugs is 1 burger in calories. For 4 nugs. So 6 nugs, I'm dead. I'm just fucking dead. Rabid raging. Yeah, that poison damage dot. 30 million, 1 trillion. That's also true, but still, it's rabid. It's rabid. The rabbit. Or something. I don't know. We can only hope it'll discourage further conflicts, yeah.
I know this is personal for you. It is for many of us. But understand, we're doing this to end this war, not to continue the last one. Remember that
Whoops.
we're sport. Bareth will have his work cut out for him tonight.
Excuse me one moment. There we go. All right. Oh, game? Ah, there we go. I thought it froze for a moment. It got me worried. Wolves are squishy muscles and lots
We'll
of hair
take
with
those
birds.
farmers by surprise.
Hello.
Almost time. Di and Heather scouted the village last night. They're rounding up the rest of the party now. Don't worry. Everyone remembers the raid was your idea. The Rio had to go along with it after you'd gotten the rest of the clan riled up. No one wants it said that the Nine Claws were too cowardly to stand with the rest of the tribe when the foreigners desecrated our ruins.
The Rio? You may not like them, but they are still our elders for now. What was... that was clever, drawing the support of the community first. By the time you approached the Rio, they had no choice but to support us. There's no doubt you will join the ranks one day, so long as no farmer's pitchfork fells you tonight.
The tribes need more leaders like you. Women who value deeds over words. You were right. We were too soft when the foreigners first came, and now they humiliate us. We'll be soft no more, and the invaders will learn to leave us alone once and for all.
Well?
Poof. Alrighty. This is gonna be battle time now. It will still be too hot to approach. If aliens set up base on the moon and were about to attack us, and we had 2 armies to send up, would we send the wolves or turtles? Well, it's 2 armies. Or we send both. Ha! We can only send one. The wolves. Yeah, the wolves, definitely. For against aliens, I guess definitely the wolves. The other army must stay on Earth to support the sick and dying. They're more mobile. Are you saying that we either get to pick who supports the sick and dying, whether between the rabbit turtles and the raging wolves? Beautiful, man. Beautiful. That's a choice and a half.
No. Keep away from us. Leave us!
Ah!
Maybe we should come back later?
Yep, see ya! Are you Merwold? He locks up over his hand, the muscles around him, his eyes twitching, and begins whispering to himself in sharp hisses as though having an argument. All at once, he stops shaking, a sudden calmness falling over him. His head tilts forward slightly, and he looks you dead in the eye like a cornered animal about to pounce. His voice turns suddenly raspy.
Mayor Wald isn't here, and he isn't fooled. He has sent for no callers. Be gone, deceiving spirit.
1 trillion horse-sized raging wolves, just in case, Neffy. Keep that in mind. People die when they are killed. Wow, Tiss. Wow, that's brutality right there. I'm a watcher. I met a woman in Gilded Vale who thought you could help me.
Mayor Wald will speak with you, but you will maintain your distance, or you'll have me to answer to.
Come to speak to Mayor Wald. Mayor Wald, whose touch is poison. Mayor Wald, who knows not his effect.
I was told I'm a watcher, and that you could tell me more about it. And about a tablet of some worth after that. Once you 2 are finished, of course.
A window to the ether, where spirits dwell. Peer and reach into it, speak and listen through it. A watcher sees souls, reads them, knows their pasts, souls of the living, souls of the dead, an empath, and the souls see them back. Used it to help beings in both realms, did I? What the gods wanted of me, thought I.
The gods put me in the world for vengeance, and I obliged. It was the gods' wishes that we protect those lands. My way was the only way to remove the foreigners.
Little I knew.
I was accosted by spirits on my way here. What do they want?
No. No! Forgive me! Forgive me!
Okay, let me catch up now here. These people are chatting. Really? Oh my god, where did I... okay, there we go. Canada Army wouldn't send anyone except me. A single beef jerky. Aliens are vegan, so I will win. Or vegans are the aliens. Can't count. Russians are aliens. Everyone is an alien, not me. Everyone are Englishmen in New York, except my fellow Norwegians. Also, wow, good languaging, Mr. Datis. All this thing. Does anyone else have ketchup chips in their countries? Nope, not really. We do, but they are ass. Not here. Hungry. You're a hungry mantis. Oh, mantis. Again with the mantises. We're talking about mantises. They are super ass, but we have them. Like, wait a moment. You say, wait, you're saying that, wait. Ketchup chips, like chips that taste like ketchup? What's the point? Just buy chips and use ketchup on them? You seem to have lost your mind.
Lost? No. Found more of it. Too much. Too much to bear. An awakening.
Al's eyes narrow as he looks at the old man. How could a simple awakening have driven you to this? What's an awakening?
Many lifetimes we have. Souls enter womb and exit corpse. Carry with them all experiences, all knowledge, all identities. Yet we do not remember. Hidden from us. What end? What end? Only the gods know. Certain things can stir memories from lives long buried. Awaken the old memories, the old personalities.
Let's see. An enthusiastic high five. I've seen them like once or twice. They're trash. Just by looking at them, you know that? Fuck off, Lord! Well, when you see something and you know they're trash, it's like seeing a fruit juice and it's like brown in color and you're like, yeah, I'm not drinking that. You're not drinking a brown fruit juice, are you? So I assume that's what you meant. What else? I know that in the US they have no ketchup chips. I need to smuggle them in the US to make big money. You'd probably have a good eel on your hands. Imported goods. People eat lots of fucked up shit. Good eel on my hand? Yes. Whatever, dude. Slippery, wet and cold eels are amazing. In bed, kappa! Brown apple juice, the purest. It's so good. Raw eel juice. My god. Why are we talking about eels? That's the one fish I will never eat.
Memory, personality, identity, any might resurface. Or all.
And I seem to be having a conversation with several of them right now.
Ghosts of the mind. Meyerwald has lost control. Meyerwald's body no more.
The spirits I passed, what are they?
Spirits and not spirits. Always always whispering to Meowald, reminding him of his mistakes. No sleep. Watchers see memories before them, form them from the essence of their own souls. Once Meowald awakened, he could not make them leave. Gave them more form, not less.
Just so you know, Neffy, you might actually not be right back because my stream might end before that. Well, we'll see. Spirits are memories from previous lives?
Troubled memories, angry memories, pulling Meowald back, reminding him his mistakes. Marauder and Soldier, Soldier and Marauder, how could they know?
Why do these past lives still trouble you?
My fault. All my fault. Soldier and Marauder, Soldier and Marauder and Meowald. No forgiveness for what's past. No undoing what's done. No sleep. No sleep for the Watcher. War there was all around. War of stone, war of tree.
War of Tree. Oh, of course, the Broken Stone War and the War of the Black Trees. This was in the early period of the Deirian Consolation. Yeah, that's it. Fighting between the Deerwood colonists and the native Glenfaddens, you see. But that was a long time ago. Jalapeno chips are god tier, though. Is this like super spicy or something? Because jalapenos? I like jalapeno. I like jalapeno. It's super stupid rare here. Habanero, jalapenos, and ghost peppers. I like all of these, but...
Death we brought to the settler men. We, the 9 claws. Claws of 9. Worse what we did to the women. For love of the gods. The gods' love. For their love.
I met one of your memory spirits. There was talk of raiding a village. Melwood becomes raspy as he is somewhere else in the place and time speaking to someone unseen.
Hold her down. Head her. Give this Hattie a bitch an heir that belongs in Air Glodfath.
I'm currently pickling ghost peppers and when they were sad. What? And I am currently pickling ghost peppers. When they were sad, they got consoles by the Aether dude. Well. Oh! You mean in the game, yeah. His soul is marked by flame, and those marks will never heal. His trials has broken him, but better than to live in weakness. I now have this image of actually sad ghost peppers being pickled for some reason because I matched the two comments together. Go on.
The boy. The baby boy. The boy. Conceived in the raid. Conceived by force. Vessel for Marauder. Slain in the raid. Marauder and the boy. Marauder and Soldier.
A baby conceived by the raider. What do you mean it was a vessel for him?
For the soul. Marauder's soul. Same soul. One soul. Boy's soul. Marauder's soul. Raised in lies and vengeance. Raised to Soldier. Raised for the fire. Born for the fire.
It's interesting because like this is basically the concept. Like a marauder assaults a village, or rather a settlement of the Aedir Empire, and a woman conceives a baby by force, and then the soul of the soldier is passed on to that baby, and that baby becomes a soldier and goes on to burn down the Glenfathens later as vengeance. The same soul that gave birth to the baby is also the soul that will eventually burn down these people. It's I assume that the Marauder actually got slain, and as such, the soul just moved on to the closest growing baby, I guess at that point. Not even a baby yet, And that was his mother I met in the crypt. She told him his father was killed by the raiders.
You'll get no pity from me. The crimes of the Nine Claws clan in the last war are still unavenged. But the gods are just. They have led me here. In my father's name, every one of you will burn. Light it.
And boom. Alos looks at the old man in horror. Bay the usher's crooked pun! Merwold's shoulders slump. He rocks back and forth, agitated. He mutters to himself, oblivious into your presence.
Soldier and marauder, lies and vengeance, and dead villages. All dead. All dead. What for? What for?
Your soul is given to wickedness. The only question is why the gods don't tear it apart.
How little we know.
How do you tell a spirit from a memory? Or rather, let's actually ask about the Watcher. I've seen apparitions like those elsewhere since I became a Watcher.
Oh, no. No, no. You too. You too.
Poor man. Poor man.
They will take you too.
What an inevitable madness. That can be right. Kind of folds his arms. There's always an answer to be found if you look hard enough. You're saying I'll end up like you.
So fragile, the Watcher's mind. So real, his memories. Once awakened, how can he sleep?
Not directly, Katsul, no. This basically is just the process of how every living being has a soul of their own. When a body dies, their soul basically leaves their corporeal form and enters a baby that has just been conceived, essentially, in that moment. It would appear that the moment the baby got conceived, his own father, his own genetic father, died. At the same moment. So probably the soul transposed itself into the baby, and the baby with the same soul, he did not realize that his father did what he did to conceive, so for the mother to conceive the baby, and he was grown to believe that his father was actually an Adarian colonist like his mother, and he was grown up as a soldier to become strong and to avenge the death of his father, despite the fact that his father was not who he believed to be. And then he burned basically down a Glenfathen village, I assume. It's not connected directly to the soulless baby thing, but it's basically the concept of how babies get their soul. They get their soul the moment they're conceived, essentially. And the soulless baby thing is taken from them, rather the baby's soul is taken from them by a certain event that we're gonna discover later on in the game, and the reason why this event happens, essentially. If I'm awakened to a past life, how would that have happened?
You were reminded of it. Strong memories, lingering lives, they dwell near the surface, waiting to be remembered, waiting to take your mind for their own. Meyerwald sat at his hearth and watched his fire, watched the wood burn. Then came the memory of another fire and burning wood and screams.
There must be some way to make these memories go away.
No. Always there. Always remembered. Can't forget. Can't unsee.
I didn't just remember. Someone caused this. They wore masks and spoke of books and keys and a queen. There was a man there. He seemed familiar to me.
Keys of lead. Books of burden. queens that were. Known to me are they, the Leaden Key.
Leaden Key? It seems we shared an enemy, Tebble Freebie. Assassins and Watcher Wakers both. They certainly keep busy. Who's this queen they pray to?
Woodica, goddess, crown shattered and body burned. Binder of oaths and grudge holder. Bearer of justice. But whose?
If the Leaden Key caused my awakening, could they undo it?
Many secrets do they keep. Unawakened? Mayhap. Who else if not they?
Do you know where I might find the Leaden Key?
City of Defiance. Never far from the Queen.
What can you tell me about this Leaden Key?
Secrets. Secrets and deceptions and schemes. Who knows their answers? Not they. Not they. Crossed them before. Hatred of Watchers. Hatred and fear. Much we see. Threat to secrets.
I need to go so I can search for this man from the Leaden Key.
Sleep well. Sleep well.
Hold! I know your will die. Your actions were seen. You would sooner betray us to the Adir land thieves than take orders from me.
Oh, I'd sooner do a lot of things than take orders from a lunatic.
Your betrayal is for nothing. Your warnings are lost on these foreigners, and their blood will be Gallowayne's tribute this night. I have asked the elders for the honor of claiming your head as my first trophy, and they have granted it. Beg for the Seeker God to grant you a quick death.
So now basically the Marauder's soul and memories took over and he will be attacking us as such. So we have to fight, simply put. Okay, you can swap to the arquebus. You point your finger. You just attack Merwold and you... Firebolt, motherfucker. That did no damage! Aloth. Brother. Just one? Flame Blight? Peculiar. Usually he summons at least 2 or 3. I don't understand why. It's not that I'm complaining, mind you. It's gonna make my fight considerably easier. There we go. Whoop whoop! There was a change in the air of the keep. What was thick and suffocating feels to you somehow more breathable, as though yielding to a conquering invader. Merwold's body lies inert. You can feel his soul lingering there, uncertain. There is something unique about this soul in this place, a bond formed in decades of inhabitants and lordship that feels somehow palpable to you, as though even in death, the keep knows its former master, and the former master remembers the keep. So we get a new ability as a watcher. In your mind, the bond seemed to you as a frayed rope, ghostly and alive, its frayed ends writhing like tight-pulled anemones, and you find that if you concentrate on it, you have the ability to manipulate its strands. So we can repair the rope and bind Merwold's soul here as an eternal warden, sever the rope, allowing Merwold to pass from the world, or draw upon the energy of the rope itself, siphoning knowledge from the connection. This will actually give us a quest, I believe. It will give us a quest. This one will give the keep some stronger defenses. This becomes now my keep, and I can upgrade it further down the road. And the second one is just basically an act of kindness, I believe. No damage. You blew up Merwold, you bastard. Merwold's body is not inert, it's vaporized. You blew it up, you maniacs. That's true. I'm gonna be an ugly man, and I'm gonna drop on the energy of the rope, siphoning knowledge from the connection. You turn both ends of the rope towards you, bringing them into contact with your essence. As you do, the fibers turn to copper, and though then Through them, an energy is conducted into your being. You're traveling downward now, beneath the place you stand, seeing places dank and cobwebbed and malignant, like some untended garden, overgrown with flora and overrun with vermin. Below everything, at the very bottom, you glimpse for an instant some being you can't quite make out, presiding over it all with brilliant and terrifying power. One image remains in your perception, a circular room with a stone table that resembles the sun, in an area guarded by suits of armor that move of their own volition. It is deep, not far from the very bottom. There is a door in that room invisible to all but the most fastidious of eyes, and beyond it, something shimmering, something powerful. As the image fades, you find yourself in Cadnua once more. Merwold's soul is nowhere to be seen. You get actually a nice item from this, if only if you do this. But, at any rate, I think I am done here for the day. It's been only 5 hours and 16 minutes, and I am dead. I'm quite honestly dead at this point. So, again, I'm gonna double quick save for no apparent reason. Triple quick save even. Perfect. I'm gonna swap to the screen over screen, or to the over screen. Guys, I would like to thank you, every one of you, for watching this long, for standing tall and proud here in my chat for this long. I really, really congratulate you on your patience and on your and I thank you for keeping me company down this journey. It has been my pleasure, really, to have you here. Being nice is for losers. Exactly. Fuck being nice. We're not being nice here. We siphoned the knowledge of dead people. Perfect. I'd like to thank every one of you again for letting me be your streamer for the day. It's been a bit longer than what I thought it would be. 5 hours, 17 minutes instead of 2 hours. Whoops. But I hope that I will see you again sometime. I hope that I will be able to stream tomorrow. We'll see. And at any rate, I'm going to host someone particularly cool. I don't know who. And it was my pleasure. Honestly, it was my pleasure. Thank you for hanging out. Definitely, Beef. Definitely. It's been a very long time since last I saw any of you, really. So let's see who is cool that we can do some. Who can we host? Is there anyone that I can host? Anyone that doesn't have like 700 viewers? Why is that guy naked? You know what? My man Squilla is actually streaming For Honor. He's not streaming Dark Souls 3. Miracles actually happen. I'm gonna host him, guys. And I will see you next time. Later, y'all.